Jai Shri Krishna, Namaste. So, the purpose of meeting today is to understand what we want to do on the 10th. It's going to be a big event where Neena Bhagini was mentioning that she will involve a lot of kids and many others as well do a play on the Lakshmi Narasimha avatara Chintana. And it's the Founders Day of Savera, so we can involve a lot of people. And to me, it's like, a lot more will get to know about Bhagavan Sri Narasimha. And if the kids recite it, it's going to look really beautiful. So it's a nice thing for children to understand Praklada, Narasimha, everything, right? So I have basically compiled my thought process into a document. I will just go through that so that all of us are on the same page. After which you all can take it forward on how you want to incorporate it for the 10th. Okay. I've also, in fact, today morning I was troubling my mother. She is very good in a lot of bhajans. So I was asking her for some small bhajans which can be sung by the kids. So she's given me 2 or 3 bhajans. So I will tell that also because we are missing Kalaguru here. So some Narsimha bhajans, I've just taken it from her. So I will tell that also so that you could train the children to recite it on that particular day. Our initial thought was that this can be done in Sanskritam, but just have a look at it. Don't allow it to, let's not get carried away with it. Maybe some parts can still be in Sanskritam while other things it can be multilingual also. Let's think about it in a multidimensional way and take it forward. So I will share the document which I prepared. All of us, I assume, know the Lakshmi Narasimha story generally. So I'll just go into the specifics of what we intend doing here. Okay. And this is more from the script, the skit point of view, where I have written down the skit here. So we will start with the 4 Sanakadis going to the Sri Vaikunta. We discussed this recently in our Hiranyakashipu, curse also, right? So the 4 Sanakadis go to Sri Vaikunta. So here we have a scope of having 4 children because the Sanakadis look like 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds only. So we can have, 4 small children, scantily dressed, like the rishis and all that, but who have a lot of tejas. They can have the tilaks and all that, and they visit the Sri Vaikuntam. So there we can have the doorkeepers, Jaya and Vijaya, adults can play the role. And Bhagavan Vishnu, Lakshmi and Garuda will come from inside the Sri Vaikunta. So this can be enacted where the Jaya and Vijaya rudely refuse access to the 4 Kumaras. And Bhagavan comes, he's very pleasant, everybody worships him. And then they take the curse for being the enemies for 3 Janmas. So that is what will be the initial start of the whole thing. So that will be the first scene. The next scene is Hiranyakashipu can basically told as a quick recap because Hiranyakashipu was the Varaha Avatara. So the way I was thinking is we can start by the anger of Hiranyakashipu because Hiranyaksha, his own brother, was killed by Varaha Avatara, who is Vishnu. So now Hiranyakashipu is so angry with Vishnu that he says that I'm going to go into a deep penance. I'm going to gain all the powers, and then I'm going to ensure that Vishnu is not worshipped henceforth, and I'm going to dominate all the worlds and all that. And he does this tapasya. So in this case, Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha can be a flashback, and Brahmadeva, from who he gets all the boons. And I've just added other asuras just in case we think that, everybody is so upset because Vishnu killed Hiranyaksha, and that is converted into the anger where Hiranyakashipu goes in for a penance. So that will be the basic scene. So he goes into penance, and his penance is so deep for the hundreds of Deva Yugas. It said like for a kalpa he was doing his tapasya and things like that. Now Brahmadeva appears and he gives him all these boons. Okay. So what we have here is basically the Indra kidnaps Kayatu, that we can decide where to place it. I will explain this in a few minutes. Before that, the Hiranyakashipu is actually doing his tapasya. I have elaborated all these scenes here so that you all can refer it. I've also given the references from the Bhagavata Purana, which sloka, which sankhya, the details are there. In case you want to elaborate, we can always look into that. So the Kumaras, the curse is here, followed by the boon of Hiranyakashipu. So what kind of boon is Hiranyakashipu asking? He says, I want immortality. Brahma says that is not going to be possible. So now Hiranyakashipu thinks that he is very intelligent and comes out with a kind of boon. He says, living things should not kill me, non-living things should not kill me. Men should not kill me. Beast should not kill me. Deva should not kill me. Asura should not kill me. Not at day nor at night. Neither inside my palace nor outside the palace. I should not be killed by any weapon. So all these things he's asking. So Brahmadeva says, okay, fine, I'll grant this because I can't grant that you'll always be alive. So you will die someday, but I will grant because your tapasya has been really, really, deep and hard. So once he gets it, he starts tormenting everybody. He goes and conquers the Devaloka. So Indra's loka also becomes Hiranya's loka. Now he, pushes out Indra from his own location. And then he goes in all the 10 directions, conquering everybody. He enslaves everybody, takes control. So he's completely mad and he's angry. His fury on Vishnu continues and all that. So that will be the second scene. So for the second scene, I've basically mentioned that we could involve Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, Brahmadeva, where he gets the boons. And if required, we can involve, how he's conquering other places. And depending on how many people we have, we can expand the scene like that. Now, parallelly, what happens? We are going to the next scene where Prahlada is shown. Okay. So he's come back from this, and Prahlada is now very devoted. And he's in his school, the Gurukula, because Hiranyakashipu has conquered everybody. He is now telling them that I am the ultimate God. So there is nobody called Vishnu who is the God. I am the God. Everybody should pray to me. So he was destroying all the yajnas, yagas, which was done for Bhagavan Vishnu because he didn't want anybody to even remember Vishnu because he was so irritated with him. Now, this little child, Prahlada, was put into a Asura Gurukula. Shukracharya's sons were teaching Prahlada. But Prahlada was always devoted to Bhagavan Sri Vishnu. So the teachers ask, Prahlada, speak of your father's greatness, not Vishnu. But then Prahlada says, Sriman Narayana is the protector of all the beings, etc. Now, what happens is here there is an interaction, okay? Because Prahlada is so clear in his mind about Vishnu is the all-pervading God, he is taking care of everything and things like that, the children become curious. They ask him, how are you saying that Vishnu is the ultimate? Because it looks like your father is now conquered all the 10 directions. Everybody says he's the supreme. How are you sure there is a different God? How do you know about all these things which we do not know? So at that point of time, Prahlada gives a recap of what happened earlier. And that is where the actual screen 3 comes. So for the sequence, I've written screen 3 earlier, but you can decide in the skit, how do you want to go about with it? So here, if you look at the earlier screen, scene 3, I have mentioned here. Can you all see my screen? Indra kidnaps Kayadu.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So this is told by Prahlada to his classmates now. So he's saying, you know what, when I was still in the womb of my mother, Indra kidnapped my mother, Kayatu, because he thought I will also be a demon. just like my father, and I will also conquer the Indra Loka. Now, because my father is doing his tapasya, Indra thought that this is the right opportunity and he kidnapped my mother. But thankfully, Devarishi Narada saved us. So Devarishi Narada protects Praklada, who is in the womb, and Kayatu, who is the wife of Hiranyakashipu, the mother of Praklada. And while she was pregnant, um, Narada Maharishi says he is going to be a great devotee of Mahavishnu. So kidnapping her would do a lot of negative things to you, Indra. Leave them under my protection. I will take care of it. So Narada Maharishi becomes the guru of Praklada now. While he was still in the womb, he teaches a lot of very important things. And the pregnant Shishu used to answer and listen to everything. So we could have a humming done parallelly on the background, where Kayatu might fall asleep, but the womb will be like whenever Narada Maharishi was saying anything. So this was given as a recap by Praklada. So that is how these two scenes are intertwined. You can decide how you want the flow to be once you detail it. Now, what happens because of that? Child Praklada is very devoted from the birth. So at this point, I was thinking of two bhajans which can be utilized by us. So I have given the English version and the Sanskrit version of both the bhajans. So this can be something which Praklada teaches the children. Okay, so I'll just teach that to you so that you all can teach the children. It's a very simple bhajan. Maybe you all already know it from Kala Bhagini. Hari Hari Narayana. One of you can recite after me. Anybody who can repeat it so that it can become a practice.
Hari Hari Narayana.
Hari Govinda Narayana.
Hari Hari Govinda Narayana.
Hari Gopala Narayana.
Hari Gopala Narayana.
Hari Hari Narayana.
Hari Hari Narayana.
Rishikesha Narayana.
Rishikesha Narayana.
Badrisha Narayana.
Badrisha Narayana.
Hari Hari Narayana.
Hari Hari Narayana.
So this can be a small bhajan which we can make Praklada sing and all the students there repeat it. It's just a small few lines of bhajans. Okay. And possibly we can give them a jalra or something and it can be a very lively thing that happens there.
Guru,
And
sorry, Guru. So
yeah,
this is being taught to the asuras.
by Praklada.
So to the asuras. So we can have any number
Yes.
of children. They say
Yes.
about say 6. Can I just note down?
Sure, sure.
Okay.
In fact, I have given generally Asura children can be included. So, and I also have one more bhajan. So, one I was thinking can be taught by Praklada. The other can be like, used towards the end after the Narsimha Avatara. Like, Praklada singing in front of Bhagavan Sri Lakshmi Narasimha and everybody joining. So, two songs I've created. I'll tell that also. Then we'll go back to the script. Lakshmi Nayaka Lakshmi Narasimha
Lakshmi Nayaka Lakshmi Narasimha
Yogi Jana Priyavara Yoga Narasimha
Yogi Jana Priyavara Yoga Narasimha
Lakshmi Nayaka, Lakshmi Narasimha.
Lakshmi Nayaka, Lakshmi Narasimha.
Prahlada, now others are saying like, because Prahlada is there, who's so devoted to Bhagavan. So Bhagavan is there, Mata Mahalakshmi is there, Prahlada is there. So others are now singing. Prahlada Varada Jai Jai Narasimha.
Prahlada Varda Jaya Jaya Narasimha.
Sadhu Jana Priyavara Satya Narasimha.
Sadhu Jana Priyavara Satya Narasimha.
Lakshmi Nayaka Lakshmi Narasimha.
Lakshmi Nayaka, Lakshmi Narasimha.
So that is all. It's again very small song which kids can also sing. Okay. So we will continue with the script. Just 2 more scenes are there in the script. So what happens? Hiranyakashipu is now inquiring with the teachers. Is my son studying properly? Is he started reciting my name? Everything like that. Now the teachers are saying, no, no, no. If he is there, he's converting all my students also into devotees of Vishnu. So it is very difficult for us to incorporate the thought of somebody else's God. It's not possible. So Hiranyakashipu also attempts to give, feed poison into the mind of Prahlada, saying that you have to worship me, not Vishnu. But it didn't work. So annoyed with Prahlada, now Hiranyakashipu takes different efforts to trouble, torture, and kill Prahlada, his own son. So what all does he do? I've given the entire list of what happens here. He gives him poisoned food. In the food which his mother Kayatu made, he will force Kayatu to add poison and feed it to the baby. Okay, so the 5-year-old child will be given poisoned food, but the child will still survive because he was reciting Bhagavan's name. So in every scene we can add, like before eating the food, he says Narayana, Hari, and then he offers the food, then eats it, like that. He will see he will be thrown into a room which is full of snakes, poisonous snakes. He will see everybody as Adishesha Swarupa, and then he will start doing his bhajans again. So none of the snakes will harm him. They will make him be trampled by an elephant. In spite of it, nothing will happen to Prahlada. Then the fire, Holika Dahan, we all know, right? So his sister will have a boon that fire will not hurt her. So Holika, the sister of Hiranyakashipu, will take Prahlada on her lap and enter fire. But finally, she will be burnt, he will not be burnt. So it is like the triumph of good over evil. So the Holika Dahan happens. Prahlada will be thrown from the mountain top so that, he will roll down and he will die. When he was thrown down, it's a very touching scene where Prahlada will protect his heart when he was falling. He will not attempt to protect himself or anything like that. He will protect his heart. And why? Because the Antaryami Bhagavan should not get hurt, it seems. So he will protect Bhagavan. Ultimately, Bhagavan will, hold him in a lotus when he falls from the mountains. So nothing will happen to Prahlada again. He will be starved, so many other things will be done, but we can focus on 5 things, that's sufficient. But nothing will happen. Ultimately, Hiranyakashipu will really get wild and nothing is able to harm, because maybe you all are partial to him because he happens to be a prince. So I will attempt it myself. That's what Hiranyakashipu will decide. So he will ask Prahlada to be dragged into his palace court. And in his court, he will say, who's that who's protecting him? Hey, Prahlada, let me know who's protecting you. Now, Prahlada will say that the one who's inside you is protecting me from my inside. He will not understand. Where is he? Is he hiding somewhere? Is he scared of me? And all the stuff he'll ask. He will say, no, 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 he's everywhere. Where is he not there? And all that. Maybe this part, because Devaha kutra asti, we learned it in Pravesha, right? Devaha sarvatra asti. So we can use that phrase to say, Narasimha kutra asti, Bhagavan kutra asti, Bhagavan sarvatra asti. Atra asti va, tatra asti va. All that we can use in Sanskrit possibly. And then there will be one stamba a pillar which he had constructed under his own supervision, because he was so rich. He had conquered all the, even the Devaloka, everything, right? All the lokas of the demons also he had conquered. So he had constructed that stamba in his palace completely of gold. So because it was filled with gold, there was no gap inside. It was not hollow gold. It was filled with gold. He was supervising the construction of it. So he says, this was constructed under my own supervision. So nobody could have entered it. Tell me, is your Hari there in this stamba? Now Prahlada says, he's there in this stamba. He's even there in the atomic, subatomic particles. He's everywhere. Now Bhagavan has to ensure that whatever this little kid says is proved to the world as truth, because he is seeing Bhagavan all the time inside his heart, but others may not know that this is true. So Bhagavan now recollects the boon which Brahma gave. What was the boon given to Hiranyakashipu Brahma? Not in the day, nor in the evening, neither inside the house nor outside the house, neither animal nor men, all these things. He's remembering all these and customizing his appearance based on the boon. So everything is ready now, because he does not know where Prahlada is going to show. He's gone into every single place with this form, this attire, this rupa. Now, finally, Hiranyakashipu is challenging Prahlada. He says, I'm going to break this stamba. I love this stamba, but I'm going to break. In case your Hari, Sri Hari, does not come out of that stamba, I'm going to chop your head and feed it to a lion. Okay, I'm going to cut your head off and feed it to a lion. Look at the way the father is speaking to his own little son, 5-year-old son. Now, Bhagavan hears this and he's like, my Bhakta's head is going to be eaten by a lion. Now, I am going to decide that my face is going to be like a lion and I'm going to feed on you. So, because of Hiranyakashipu's own statement, Bhagavan took the Simha Mukha. Till that time, he had not decided what Mukha. He just decided an animal face. So this is the time he decided to take the Simha Mukha. So he's having the face of a lion. He's having the body of a human. Nobody can figure out whether it's a human or a lion. So the boon that was given by Brahma, one of the rules is taken care of. Neither in the morning nor at night, Sandhya Kala, he took the avatara. Neither inside the palace nor outside the palace, he drags Hiranyakashipu to the lobby area, which is neither inside nor outside, the Degali. So he takes there and does the vadam. No weapons should actually kill me. So Bhagavan Narasimha uses his nails itself to tear open Hiranyakashipu to do his vada. So whatever boon Brahmadeva gave, Narasimha Bhagavan took care of everything and did the vadam of Bhagavan, and he was so angry because his devotee was tortured. So the speed in which Bhagavan appeared, the moment he hit, Bhagavan just jumped there. So unlike the other avatars where we had to wait, when will Bhagavan come? Narasimha Avatara happened instantaneously, which is very important for the avatara. So he comes and he does the avatara, after which he is so angry that nobody has the courage to go near him. So Mata Mahalakshmi is also there. Brahmadeva, other devas, everybody is there because they are now relieved, because Hiranyakashipu was occupying all their places, right? Now Lakshmi Devi wants to position the devotee instead of going there herself. So she allows Prahlada to go in front of Narasimha. Prahlada, the child, is not scared. Even after seeing the Rudra Rupa of Bhagavan, he feels that, my Srihari is there. He came here for my sake to protect me. And he starts singing the praise of Bhagavan Sri Narasimha. Bhagavan automatically is filled with so much of love and affection to the little child that he touches the head of Prahlada, carries Prahlada, places him on the lap. Mata Mahalakshmi is also right beside him there. So at that point of time, one lap Prahlada is sitting, the other lap Mata Mahalakshmi is sitting. Prahlada, because he was touched by Bhagavan, now gets all the knowledge and he sings what is called as the Prahlada Stuti. So we may not be able to learn the Prahlada Stuti, but we can make some, maybe one of this song or Mata Narasimha song, something where we recite the Stuti from Prahlada's mouth. and we conclude. If required, I can teach some two-liner of Mangala, or we can conclude with the sloka itself. That's sufficient. So this is basically what I had planned for the skit. So you all can customize it and decide how you want to take it forward.
It's going to be wonderful, Guru, to work with this. Okay, what I've already done it. I've already asked for about 20 to 30 children, Guru. Let me see. Out of them, maybe at least 20, 100% will turn up. And just to understand my number of people that is required, I'm just going to read it. So just correct me so that I can note it down, please, Guru.
Sure.
4 Sanat Kumaras, 2 Jay Vijay. So for the 4 Sanat Kumaras are the children. Jay
Correct.
Vijay are 2 adults. And then
Correct.
I've got about 4 Asuras, which is like kind of mixed. And 1 Hiranyakashipu, Brahmadeva, Prahlada is a child who will be there throughout the thing.
Correct.
And Brahma is the adult. Hiranyakashipu also has to be one constant person. And Indira also is a constant one. And Hiranyaksha is also an adult. So this will be for the scene 1.
Yeah, but Hiranyaksha, we can either decide or we can just give a voiceover.
Okay.
That's an optional character.
Scene 2 can be a mix of scene 2 and scene 3, like you said. So who's actually listening to the story by Narada Guru? I missed that point.
Prahlada is narrating the
listening.
story to his classmates because the classmates are asking, how come you are so clear and you're so devoted while we don't understand anything? He says it is because of my guru Narada who taught me when I was still in the womb. So he narrates the story.
So this is second is a Gurukulam scene where I've got about 6 to 8 kids who will be like asuras. And
1 minute, Neena Bagini. I think your scene and my scene sequence seems to be different. Can you open the same document that I had sent? In the first page, I've given you the scenes, the scene number.
Okay, I'll go back to that. Guru, when you were reading it out, I was just noting it down as per the number of people. We can do. I'll go back to that. I just want to know the
I will
number
just
of
share
people.
the same screen so that we are in the same page.
Yes,
so
please. So,
I'll share it here.
But generally, the second scene, what we're going to be enacting will be the Gurukulam scene. That's what I wanted to be clear.
Okay, because here, if you just look at my screen, Bagini, the curse of Jaya Vijaya, I put it as scene 1. Okay, the scenes are the scene number, the way I had looked at it. Curse of Jaya and Vijaya is scene 1. Birth and boon of Hiranyakashipu, where Brahma alone comes and he gives Hiranyakashipu the boon. That I considered it as scene 2. The Indra kidnapping Kayatu and Narada rescuing, I said it can either be in the scene after that, or it can come after Prahlada's Gurukula also, because if you look at the sequence, it's in his pregnancy.
When he's relating it, that's
exactly. So that could also be after the 4th scene. That is the only thing which I said differently.
Okay.
Then the Gurukula scene comes. So Gurukula scene is actually scene 4 in my script.
Okay, so then we have in the same scene where you have the Gurukula, we have the bhajans also, which you have just related, which is written by you, no, Guru. That bhajan.
No, I didn't write that. I didn't write that bhajan. I just learned it from my mother this morning.
Okay.
So,
is she coming? Is she coming?
I can bring her. Yeah.
Please get her. Please get her.
Sure.
Let her just be there. We've never seen her. Please get her. Yeah.
So one of the bhajan can be used here, Bagini. The other bhajan can be used in the last scene after Bhagavan comes.
In this Prahlada will be teaching the other children this bhajan, no, Guru. So that's how I have written it down. Correct?
Yeah, Hari Narayana, that bhajan.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in this scene, it's predominantly a Gurukulam scene, which is, see, what I'm trying to do is some scenes will be enacted. And like we said, we will combine technology with spirituality. That's what we had in mind. I was also thinking that, we could get an AI generated one. I have got a very good friend called Deena who can generate it by AI for, some of the scenes. For example, the next scene which we have, the effort to kill Prahlada by the poison food or the elephant or the Holika mountaintop, all this can be generated by that, and then we put
Ah,
it on the LED screen. Is how
okay.
I'm visualizing, because
Wow.
it will interlude for this whole thing. Does it sound
Okay.
okay?
Very nice.
Yeah. So the physical scenes will be the first one, the Sanat Kumaras, and then the Gurukulam. So these are easy to enact, Guru. So I was thinking we'll just bring this out, and the other we
Sure.
will try to interperse it. Yeah.
Lovely. Lovely.
And the last scene is a challenging one, but it's going to be it's a brilliant one with the court scene where everything happens. So other than the constant person of Prahlada and Hiranyakashipu, we also have Lakshmi Devi here.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
we have the I just said four devas. We can, depending on the others, we can have more of them.
Yeah.
Do I need to get Narada here because he's very much a part of the whole?
Narada Maharishi can be there. In fact, if you have Prahlada's mother, she can also be there. Kayatu can be there.
Okay, okay,
So all those depends on who all are available. So that's
okay.
flexible.
So this will be the ultimate scene, Guru. This is how I'm
Mm.
visualizing it, and I've reached out to my size cycling group. I've gotten about some men from there, and then from the Duchess, I've gotten about 3 or 4 people. So it will happen, and the balance will be filled in by my team from Savera.
Oh, lovely, lovely. Do you want me to voice record any other Mangalam and send, or you are okay with
Please record
res-
it, Guru. Send, no, no, send all the 2 songs or the 3 ones that you want to interpose. Because we will practice it. I think we need to
No,
do that.
outside of what I thought today, to
Huh.
conclude this thing, do you want a Mangala song or something, or Mata Narsimha is enough for this? You will have already learned the Mata Narsimha sloka, which we recited day before, right? So that can also be recited here,
Okay.
or we can have a different two-liner Mangalam or something like that.
And I was just thinking the court scene should have only Sanskritam, is what I
Okay.
noted here, because then you can talk about, like you said, the whole the directions you can talk about. You can talk about the time. You can talk about the parts of the body, things like that. So it's
Mm,
easier for us to talk also
yeah,
for anyone who's doing the script. It's not a complicated one.
lovely.
So then you
So,
bring the Sanskritam element here. But either way, we need to have one storyteller. So we'll have to have one person doing it. So who will be saying it right in the beginning, and then it doesn't happen afterwards. Just like how you related it. No, if you would like to do that, please give the whole gist of the story so that nothing else happens in between, Guru.
okay.
If
I
you can.
can I can do it definitely, but one of the team members can be involved in this, right? Like,
We'll try for it. Otherwise,
yeah,
that one person there
yeah, yeah,
who
yeah.
who is relating the whole scene, and then all
Mm,
these things unfold. I think that way it, and then nothing happens. No other talking happens in between. It's these 3 4 scenes, and then in between the LED screen where we have the balance of it.
Do you want to use the song that I shared with you in the script or outside of it separately, Bhagini? That is on Lakshmi Narasimha and worshipping him. It's like that. So,
It's a very nice one. So I think you have to use it. Do you want to conclude with that, Guru? I don't know. I think maybe that will be the better thing. Or
okay, because I just wanted to know if it's going to be played separately, then I'll make it like a video. If you're going to make it part of this, then it'll be like an audio where the scenes are coming. So I'm like, I just wanted to check it with you.
which scene do you think is going to fit it in? Like what I've related to, Guru. Now, where do you think it?
I have sung about the Brahma's boon. I've sung about he being very pleasing and blessing Prahlada, everything. So it could be like,
Right in the beginning, right in the beginning, then when you're relating the whole thing.
but that will also be audio. This will also be audio, na?
Okay, can we give it a
Uh,
thought? Any ideas from
okay,
the other
yeah.
people? Other people
A,
can they suggest, because they've heard
a
what
bit
both
of
of us
it.
are relating. So if anyone wants to say anything about These four things I would like them to come in at this point here, please.
Nina, instead of LED along with the LED screen, what about if the children also are enacting? Will it be like convenient or it won't be?
I've
Because
asked him to come for practice one day earlier, Lakshmi. The
uh,
previous day, which is I think whatever the day, the previous day evening is one practice when everyone is going to be there from 3 o'clock onwards, and then the next
yes,
day is the enactment. So
enacting. Yeah,
mm,
No,
it's
no, nothing is difficult, but it won't match well, Lakshmi. Let it be on the screen. Like, the characters will be sitting over there probably because they are already dressed. So, but
because
let it
enact
match
because
well.
teaching them to enact and all
Yeah,
that may be very challenging in that
yeah.
one day, Lakshmi. And this AI generated one, I can send you a sample of it, say by tomorrow evening or something. I can ask my friend Dina to do it. He's very good at it, and so it should be a good filling in the gap. I think because it's not so easy to put in these factors into enacting. That's my feeling.
Possibly Praklada and Hiranyakashipu can practice, all the other things, the kids
Mm.
being together and all, they can learn it like the previous day.
Yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
bhajans and other things, maybe some kid who knows to sing can sing, or somebody else can sing from the background also. That is also a possibility.
Okay, okay.
So, we have Jaymala ji, we have Sudha Bhagini, like they can possibly sing,
So I
and the
want to
kids can
know.
just act.
So I want to know from the group here. I know Sudha is traveling, but is she back? Was my concern. If Sudha is not there, then Jaymala has to take over the singing bit of it completely, ma. Jaymala, you are around, Norma, for the 10th, 9th, and 10th.
Yes, Nina.
Okay, then I think you should be the person to take Kala and Sudha's place, because you can. So it's possible, right? So
Yes, Nina, ma.
okay, ma. Fine. So
Thank
thanks.
you.
So now, Guru, tell me, Guru, where would like to fit in the whole thing? So you'll only be coaching Jaymala for the song now.
Yeah. She's like, I just send an audio and she'll sing. She's fine.
That's what. Okay.
So,
So
um,
she's going to be the main singer for the whole thing, and other people will be miming it.
okay.
Except the smaller one, which also can be coached to the children. There's only 4 lines. Anyway, they're going to be repeating it there. When Prahlada's
In fact, we can also make the audience sing along with it if it's in the last scene. Where everybody can be involved. Some small lines like Jai Shri Narasimha, whatever is the lyrics, right? Everybody can be involved, so it will create that feel in
it's
the
lovely,
group.
lovely. So we will repeat it, Guru. We'll repeat it.
Yeah.
So the in the Asuras the Gurukulam where he's teaching also we will have it Prahlada teaching them, and to end it when everything is done and when Narasimha Swami is pacified, then we'll put the whole words on the screen so everyone can sing it. We
So
can
that
end it
can be
with.
Mata Narasimha. I think that is the easiest thing that we can have.
Okay, okay,
So we learned that in the previous class, Mata Narasimha, Pita Narasimha. That will be easy. If, the
perfect.
audience can also recite it.
So we'll just put that in the end as the ending, Guru.
Right.
Perfect.
So ending will be like Praklada praying to Bhagavan with that sloka, and the audience join in praying along with everybody else in this scene. So it's
Yes.
sounds good.
And then we could also have some loose flowers and petals and things. So even we'll give it out to the audience right in the beginning so they can even, shower the
Sure,
characters right in the end. So that could
sure,
end like that, Guru. Yeah.
done. Sounds good.
Okay, ladies, is that okay, ladies and gentlemen?
Gentleman has left. He's gone.
He has to go and relieve
Yeah.
I know, I know,
Raji.
I know.
So
Raji. Raji, can you do
this
this? Yeah. No,
one thing, Bhagini, this song is still pending. We will decide where and how you want the song. So if we are not deciding part of this, I'll work on making it as a video. We
Okay,
can play it later.
Okay, okay, Guru. Now, if you want to incorporate it, I mean, everything is open because this should not take more than 20 minutes, the whole thing, 20 to 25 minutes. So you can decide where it has to be. But just to say, fine, we started work on it. And I'm also traveling, but the next 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, is about, I was telling Anu that I'll be working on putting these things together. But I just wanted to say that this is what is going to be happening. And is this okay? Is what I wanted to know.
Sounds very nice. Actually, you listen to that song also. Now that you have a plan of what we are going to do, you
We'll
listen to
see.
that and you'll have an idea whether you want to incorporate it or not. So
Okay,
just like
okay, okay. Send all to me directly, ma, please.
I sent it to you yesterday.
Okay, okay. I'll go
Yeah.
through it. Yesterday was all about yesterday, and today is all about Siddhi Baba, so I'm not looking at anything else.
Yeah. So I sent
I'll
it
go
last
into
evening.
them.
So just check.
I just scanned what you sent me as the scene 1, scene 2, and all that. I didn't really.
Okay.
But looking
After that, I'll
forward,
send the
Guru, I
song
think
also.
I'm really looking forward to this. So, in your right in the beginning, when you're going to be touching upon, remember, we don't need to talk about Varaha at all.
That is a flashback, no? Hiranyakashipu.
அது நீங்க narrative
Hiranyaksha,
சொல்றீங்களா?
Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu is angry because his brother was killed by Varaha.
அதான் எல்லாமே narrative வரும் இல்லையா அது? So that will all come into that.
That will be in the flashback of scene 2.
Okay.
Depending, if you have people, we can show that, or as animation, we can show that. That's fine.
We can. Okay. Wherever
Yeah.
possible, I'll relate it to Dina, so wherever he can. But one narrative right in the beginning saying that this is how it all was, so the audience will, otherwise they become kind of lost and wondering why we are going back and forth, So அது கொஞ்சம் clarity அங்கே இருக்குதான்னு, because one avatar overlaps into the other here, and how it happened, how it's connected, because even we did not know till you told us that day,
So the Sanat Kumara, the first scene can help in clarifying that.
Okay.
They both are twins who are born here and things like that. So it's like
Okay.
Astu.
Okay. Thank
So
you.
we will end it for the day. Then let me know anything that I need to add or something. Right?
Okay, Guru. And anyway, I'm sure from here things will also evolve. So now that the other people are also listening, like Aarti and Anu and Lakshmi, all of them are here. Now that we've spoken about it, if anything is coming up, I want you to, we will just start a small group, Guru, for this, for the time being, so that, the people are involved in it will be, will be just talking about it. So if we can start it just for the next 10 days, it'll be good. Okay.
We'll have a temporary group. And just the song, let me know, possibly tomorrow or whatever, so that in case I need to make a video, I need some time. That's all.
Okay. I'll let you know by tomorrow itself. I'll do. Yeah.
Okay. Ram, namaste. Shubhadina.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dhanyawad.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Ram.
Thank you, Ram.
Ram.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.